there online. I don't know about you. I'm not always excited for Wednesdays. However, okay, there's usually lots of fun things happening on Wednesdays. Tomorrow, though, there is something extra special happening. Nikki, who I will introduce officially to y'all in a moment. Nikki, what is going on tomorrow that has me super excited?
Tomorrow is the start of the Sustainable Success Summit.
All right. So the Sustainable Success Summit, that's what we're here to talk about. And I'm going to ask her why this, why the title, all kinds of things. But Nikki, thank you so much for being here with us this afternoon. I know there's a lot going on. Get ready for this next 3 days.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And thank you guys who are watching for watching. Enjoy the day, enjoy the time, and enjoy us.
Ooh, I like it. We are enjoying, and it's about the joy. So let me tell you a little bit about this amazing woman joining me today. Nikki Cruz is an international speaker, TEDx speaker, best-selling author, and kingdom business architect who helps entrepreneurs and leaders build successful businesses without sacrificing their joy, their health, or their purpose. Known for her signature message, The Joy Factor, Nikki teaches us why joy is not simply an emotion, but a foundational strategy for sustainable growth, resilient leadership, and a long-term success. Drawing from her powerful personal journey of healing and transformation, Nikki combines mindset, leadership, and practical business structure to help entrepreneurs create aligned businesses that support both impact and well-being. Her work focuses on helping leaders identify hidden misalignment, avoid burnout, driven growth, and build sustainable systems and strategies that protects what matters most. She speaks on topics including sustainable success, joy-driven leadership, aligned growth, resilient mindset, and building businesses that preserve joy. And she's originally from South Africa, though now she is in Texas. Welcome, Nikki. So glad to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. And I actually thought it was only Texans that said all y'all, but I hear you say it all the time.
Yeah, so I am hardcore Southern. I was actually born in Arkansas. For the people that aren't from the country, they're like, whatever. For the people that are from the country, they're like, yeah, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee. I spent a decade in North Carolina before moving to Florida in 2003, where I have been ever since. And so I grew up very much in the South, and all the y'all, especially sometimes the all y'all, the ain't, those are very much in my vernacular. I always joke that you can tell who I'm hanging out with or how tired I am, because if I'm hanging out with people for a long time, especially from the South, because I'll pick up all accents, but the Southern one, like when I get tired, I'm typically like, ooh, the Southern's coming out. She's either been hanging with those folks or she is tired. But sometimes this is a great twist, y'all, because sometimes it's about the people that you hang with. And so I'm hanging with people to pick up their accents. Do we hang with people and that maybe helps us pick up the success mindset?
Yes.
Ooh. All right. So you've got this amazing event happening. Tell us a little bit about it and why we might want to be there, keeping in mind it could help our mindset.
Absolutely. Success is all about mindset and a little bit of what you do in your business, but how you do it and what you do comes from your mindset. And it absolutely has broken my heart watching entrepreneurs, successful, accomplished people building businesses and then just burning out and really feeling trapped by what was once their dream. So here we have the sustainable success mindset. And success isn't sustainable if you're not enjoying it, if you're losing your freedom. So we have gathered 30 speakers live. In fact, 33 speakers will be live speaking. And we still have, I think it's another 10 recorded talks in that, all part of the summit. So from all fields, giving you their tips, their experience, their knowledge on how to have sustainable success.
Okay, so I heard 30 plus live, plus another at least 10 recorded. So sounds like there's going to be a plethora of ideas. So how do I decide, okay, with that many speakers, like, what if I'm feeling overwhelmed before I even got there? Like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Oh no, that seems like it's going to be a lot. Make it sound not a lot for those out there that might be a little worried that it's too much for them.
Well, first of all, I agree. There is so much information and we can't all take it all in. But if you register, you can then go to the dashboard and you can look at which talks you want to attend at what time.
Hmm.
And I even think there's a little button that you can add that talk to your calendar. Not sure if that's out yet.
Oh,
Or
I'm gonna have to go check because I love it when it has the option of like what time. And y'all, I understand sometimes you're like, what's the schedule? And there's not a schedule because I've done events where I do a schedule and I'm like, I shouldn't have. So I get it. But in this one, she actually has a schedule so you can pick out, and it makes it so easily to populate to the calendar. Yes, I want to do this one. I want to do that one. Now, I know you mentioned there's 40 plus folks that are sharing messages, but I think there were a few kind of featured or spotlight. Do you want to share what they're
absolutely. You know, every speaker that's going to be there is amazing, is amazing. However, we have featured on Friday morning at 12 Eastern is Daniel Rook, who goes by Rook, who is a LinkedIn specialist, and he is going to be taking you through actual practical activities. And he teaches how to do sales without being sleazy. And he's on the ball. He's absolutely crazy and super effective. So Rook is one to look out for. And later in the afternoon on Friday at 2:30, I believe it is, we have an
and y'all are like, wait, I didn't catch that. It's all in the schedule on the link when you enroll wherever you're watching it. You can get this there. So if you're like, ooh, that way, Nikki, you don't have to. If you're not exactly right, y'all, you will have the schedule so you can get it. But Friday afternoon, tell us about it.
Friday afternoon, we have the incredible Barry Shore. That's Shore, if you're wondering who I'm talking about. And he is known as the ambassador of joy. And you might think, well, this isn't a joy podcast. He is incredibly artful at his mindset training in terms of leadership, but he does it all from a place of joy. And he runs an incredible podcast called The Joyful Living, or Living Joyfully. But you can check that out there too. There are a couple of other people I want to highlight who are people who mentor and coach me who have really taken time out. And some of you have heard of them. Firstly, we have Shiraz, who will be on Monday. And we have someone who has become a new friend who does a lot of co-hosting for the LA Tribune. And her name is Karen Olson Hall. And I believe she will be on Wednesday. I said Monday for Shiraz. I meant Wednesday. And Karen will be Thursday. You know, at this stage, you think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, folks. I want to tell you something else, Tiffany. You know, 3 days is a lot. We're busy entrepreneurs, and you might think, but I want to do them all. There is a VIP option, which if you register for before the event is $27, and that gives you lifetime access to the replays, as well as all the standard gifts, as well as elevated gifts. And what's so cool about that is 40% of that goes towards our ministry to Uganda. So it's a double whammy. It's a win for everybody. You get to watch on your own timetable and you get to support those people learning to run their own businesses or those kids learning to be educated, being educated in Uganda.
So I've never done this before. And I'm thinking, y'all, if you sign up and be a VIP, So this month in the More Abundant Entrepreneur community, we are actually hosting. My Instagram coach is going to help us with getting business on social media. So that's usually behind the paywall of the More Abundant Entrepreneur community. Like she came and spoke to our event this weekend, and everybody walked out with a hook that would work to put on their videos. Like it was customized. It was amazing. So for those of you watching this, when you go and buy the ticket for this, for when you invest in the upgrade of the VIP, because lately I'm like, if I'm not like, I'm almost always getting the VIP. I'm like, if I'm wanting to go to this and I'm going to spend the time, I want to make sure it's the right one and like, let me upgrade to the VIP. So should you upgrade to the VIP because you're smart like me, then I would go ahead, send me a copy of your ticket, like, hey, I got the VIP. It doesn't need to be any of your personal stuff. And I will get you a ticket for the behind the doors closing event with Isabella later this month. And that will be my gift. Or you can get the recording. And that will be my gift for those of you that get the VIP.
Oh, that is super generous of you. And you know what? That's been one incredible thing. The culture we create at these summits is incredible. And VIPs get to join the other speakers and whoever else wants to come at a session every evening at 5 p.m. CST, so 6 p.m. EST, for an hour. And you can directly ask the speakers your questions. That's another VIP perk. There are so many, and that is absolutely incredible. Thank you, Tiffany. But do it now, because once the summit starts, that goes up to $37. So
all right,
do it now. Save $10.
Plus, I always say do it now, because the things that we say I'll do it later, like I'm getting really good at, either I need to do it now or I need to schedule when it's going to happen. And if I'm not willing to do either of those, then why am I doing it anyway? So y'all go ahead and do that. And then let me know. You can comment here if you want. I got the VIP, or send me the email and we'll get you registered for that social media program, as well as all of the amazing things that you'll pick up at the Sustainable Success Summit. So last opportunity here, Nikki. Anything else these folks need to know, or you want to make sure the information they have, etc.? What am I missing before we let them go to sign up?
Before you keep thinking about, should I do this? If your business is costing you your freedom because you're stuck in doing it, then it's too expensive. So learn to have sustainable success that's going to last, that's going to impact everything. And you're going to learn all the tips and tricks here. So 17th, 18th, and 19th from 11 a.m. EST through the day to 4 p.m., or you can pop in and out. And Tiffany's dropped the link in the comments, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Yes. Thank you so very much, Nikki, for being here with us. Thank you so much for hosting what sounds like it is going to be, I know it's going to be an amazing event. I look forward to joining y'all for some of that this week. So hopefully we'll get to see each other in the room. And until then, I think that's what we got. So happy networking, y'all. See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.